Steve.
Yeah, we are.
We're building an escape room, and we have a bunch of different ideas, a bunch of different kind of concepts. We kind of crowdsourced some ideas over the last couple of days. We've had guests join us to give us some thoughts, and I feel like we're really, really close to
Yeah,
kind of a almost like a who would have thought a finished product
right.
on the Participate server. So um, we're building away. We're doing a lot of interesting things here. I what I'm doing. It's funny what I'm doing right now is wrapping the throne room that we just built in Bedrock because we've remember I think it might have even been the first day you said, hey, if we don't wrap this all in Bedrock, we're going to be able to break through it and just get into this kind of master, closet room that we're holding all of this stuff in.
Right.
So now every room that we build is also wrapped in a lovingly protective
Lovingly.
layer of bedrock and goldstone or glowstone, so that one of the things we deal with here, obviously, as you can see, is lots of mobs, kind of everywhere. So the hopefully eventually the glowstone, the critical mass of light from glowstone is enough to ward off all of the things that we have now. Uh, so you can see what we have here is a pretty big space with a bunch of stuff, a bunch of rooms. Some are finished, to the point where we're generally happy with them
hmm
in terms of their size and the scope of what's going to happen in them. This is the TNT room that I shared. That's the TNT room. This is the throne room with like I said, I thought I'd make a kind of a different type of ceiling to it. So that's what we got there. Now, all of the rooms are white, and I was just thinking, once we're done, obviously we'll go through and make
So,
make these in color as well.
well, mate, yeah. Now the throne room. Hey, Lynn Telfer's here. How are you? Oh my goodness, she's wonderful. We will value any feedback that Lynn has to offer here as well. Um, so, is the throne room? Is that going to be the end? Like you made it?
No.
No.
This is actually even significantly less important than that. Is
That
that it's going to be a room that looks important, but is almost entirely unimportant, in the sense that part of the thing with kind of an escape room is diversions or
yes.
deception. So the idea that there's going to be this really cool looking room with a throne at the end, and maybe we'll put like a pressure plate right
You know
here.
what? You know what I think would almost be cool too. I wonder
What
if
would almost be cool.
almost well it would be cool. Like in other words, let's say the idea is that you walk up that throne and you're thinking, that's the throne, like blah blah blah, and then you just walk right through that door and into whatever's the next room. Like
Oh, I didn't plan for that.
no, that's okay. It's okay. We don't have to. It was just a thought. Just a thought.
Where does that room go? Yeah,
I
see,
don't.
that room goes basically to the wall.
Okay, or like you say, something could so easily be that you walk to the top thinking that's it or something, and then it just teleports you anywhere we want it to. Really.
Yeah, so like almost it'd be funny is if it teleported you right to the start again. So,
or or something that, how about this as a thought, it brings you back to the start, or so you think, but it's really not
yeah.
the start. It's a decoy start, and you walk through, and either you walk into the next puzzle but you think you were brought back to the start, or you walk out of the start thinking, oh, I got to do this all again, and then maybe you win. I don't know, something like that. The hidden passage back to the TNT room, that's a possibility, although it's funny that's where you just came out of. So why don't we show what we've got so far? Do you want me to do it in, I'll get into, I'm in VR. If you could maybe teleport me to the beginning, I'll see how much of a tour I could take people on in VR.
I don't know what the coordinates are for the beginning. We're gonna have to like write down some coordinates here that we.
For sure. Let's see. Where am I? I am at the. I might be able to find it. I forget where it is. It's funny. I'm at the train track thing that we really are going to need a little help with, because that's. Let's see here.
Hold on a second. I can get some coordinates here. So here we go. TP. Which it's MF Isaacs, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
To.
Oh boy, it just fell somewhere.
To Silent.
All right, I'm where you are now. Do you know where? Oh, this is the entrance. Okay, cool. So let me. I'm going to take people around a little bit again, just from before the entrance. Even it's a lousy rainy day here, but so this is the participate server, and on this server it's funny because you can barely see any of it now because of the rain, but we have some stuff going on. We have our big roller coaster somewhere, which also could be ridden in VR, of course, and we have paths. I'm guessing this one's blocked off because it doesn't go to anything that we're going to use yet, or it will. But anyway, this is the idea that you would walk to here and ultimately come upon this and be like, okay, la-di-da-di-da, and or start here, whatever, and then come down here. Now, this is the stairwell into it, which is kind of funny because from in a VR perspective, it looks like I'm just going diagonally through a tunnel. It says hi. That's a very nice, warm welcome. Now, I'm going to go into the escape room. Oops. Uh-oh, Mike. We got to fix some stuff up here, I think. And that's where all of our things where we're going to have to replace stuff. And this is another one that I'll, in a few minutes, just figure out the replacing. Because this, if I remember, this is... All right, so perfect. So I will set it up that when you enter the room, it automatically just has this piece of obsidian here. Because that's generally what would be missing. Interestingly, this... the item frame with the pickaxe in it, that will probably have to be part of, we'll be cloning a lot of this stuff because I can't really fill this space back with that if it were removed. But the idea here is I'm like, look at all these axes that are just on item frames. It almost looks just decorative, but we do know that we can use item frames. For those of us who know a little bit about Minecraft, and let's pretend we don't for a minute. And actually, if you could put me in survival mode, Mike.
Oh, right. Yes.
And actually,
game mode survival.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's I gotta. How do I do it for you?
/ game mode space survival space, and then if you start typing in MF, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, there you go. All right, now what I have to do though is, can you also do me another favor?
Yeah.
Can you clear my inventory? Do / clear space MF Isaacs. Beautiful. All right, now I just want, so I'm going to pretend that I maybe don't know this yet. And I'm like, oh, I just need an axe. So I have this now, this iron pickaxe, which is pretty good, but and one of the things we talked about is like, so in other words, people are going to think, I'm in survival mode. One thing they might do is just start trying to break through, which brings us back to Mike's point from before, that no matter, even if you want to, and Mike's going to have to fix some of this up, sorry, you end up at bedrock. So you quickly realize that. Then I'm like, all right, let me break this. Oh, wait a minute. I can't break. It's funny how it goes back to that. Did that before too. But either way, I can't break obsidian without using a diamond axe. We kind of know that, right? And now, oh, there we go. Okay. So now I'm like, ooh, look. And then, that doesn't get me anywhere. That's more bedrock. Oh, darn, that's more bedrock. And then let's get through here, see what happens. And poof. Ooh, look at that, Mike.
Wow, it's like there's a tunnel.
It's a little intriguing, right? I think it's my only way out. I'm going to drop down here. Okay. Now, well, look, I have choices. I don't know if I'm supposed to have choices here. Probably not supposed to be able to go that way.
No, you're not.
Okay. Probably am supposed to go this way, which also will be a door because right now we probably just, again, we got to fix some things back up. But here's an interesting room. Now, this one also needs to be fixed up a little. I have started doing that. But basically, you know what, Mike, do me a favor. Yeah. I'm sorry, I keep doing this to you. Can you just fill in these rooms with the red you know, red concrete, just like the doorways.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So the idea here is this, and this one too. I'm just being weird because some of those controls confuse me with the VR. So, oh, what happened with this one? Oh, you know what happened, Mike? You probably stepped on the pressure plate that then opened this door back up.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me try to do that. I can't because I'm in survival. Anyway,
Which one?
this this one here, and then that one right behind you. And then, do you have all the others done? Don't step on that. This one, yeah, okay. So now, here was the idea of this room, and actually, I probably need, we probably want to give the person a potion of night vision. You did
And
it again, I
I
think.
can't give that to you, remember?
Okay, right. But either way, you seem to have opened this again, but that's okay. I'll forgive you. So this is supposed to still be closed, but I stepped here and it opened this. So now I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? Can you put some light in here maybe just for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that perfect. Thank you. So now I'm like, okay, now this would have also been closed, but it's open now. That's like a little bit of a decoy. But now I'm like, okay, so what do I have to do? So I'm going to try to go through here. Oh, wait, that didn't do anything, or so it seems. Let me see. Now, what that would have done would have opened this door. So I'm like, okay, now I can go through here. And now what? Oh, okay, here's another thing. Let's see if this helps. Okay, again, something happened, but I don't really know what. So I'm going to go back around and look for any new openings. Ah, look at this, Mike. It
Oh,
opened this little room here.
get out.
Yeah, I'm going to try this. Let's see. I go in here. I need a little light. And I step on this and wonder again what happened now. Ooh, Mike, look at this.
Wow.
Okay, this looks encouraging. So now I think I could go through here, but
And it closed right behind you too. Like you did that pressure plate works there. That's
oh,
cool.
okay.
That's a good
So
one.
that's what I've got to finish. So what I did there, just to give people a little understanding, is we have it set that when you come out of here, do you want to just show? There should be a. Oh, and this is underneath. Underneath all this
Yeah, just
is
watch me as I walk through it. So I'm
okay.
gonna walk through it, and then I'm gonna walk through the other one,
Right.
and it closes it.
And what it's supposed to do is not just close that, but it's also supposed to reset the whole room behind it. So it's
Oh,
going to
I wonder if it
refill
did that.
in. It didn't yet because I still have a little work to do underneath here.
Cool.
So basically, I was using the fill command to fill back up these spots.
Right.
Similarly, I think we're going to do something like that at the entrance too. We just want to automate our game the best we can. The other way we can do that is with the clone command too. But now I go up here and I don't even, what am I doing here, Mike? Let's see. No, I'm not supposed to go there. Oops. Oh, I fell
Oh, but
somewhere.
do this room. No, come
Which
back.
one? All right, teleport me back to you.
You walked right through. Turn it.
Okay.
Oh, you went down that pole, didn't you?
Yeah. Is that a decoy? I forget.
No, that's
Okay.
supposed to be the water room.
Oh,
Teleport
right.
MF Isaacs to. Okay, so do this room. This is the parkour room.
Okay. You want me to embarrass myself? Oh, down here? Wait. Am I going the right way? Oh, this one here. Okay. So this room, right. So this is where, and that would then be closed, I'm thinking, shouldn't be open right now.
This
Okay.
there will be a door here.
So at the very least, so one of the things we were thinking is I would be, because of VR, I might be able to look up and understand that there's something up there. At the very least, I know I should have to parkour my way around. Basically, at different points like this one, we have to find something that's going to help us to the next part. I believe it's probably something like a button or a lever in a chest, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Keep climbing up here to find out.
Okay, yeah, good luck to me. Now I'm parkouring in VR, which is interesting and fun.
This is the fun of it.
I'm doing much better than I would have expected. All right, I like this.
Oh, you made it. I thought you were going to fall there.
I thought so too. Now, and it might be good to have a little, I don't know, do we want light up here or would I have night vision if I were playing? I don't even know. Oh, I'm doing good, Mike.
Oh.
Anybody who's watched my usual streams know how bad I am at parkour. All right, now. Uh-oh. What do I do? Let's see. So I see. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Look at that, Mike. So this before, and this is talk about iteration, right? It used to be that we could see it from below. Seeing it was what we wanted. The only problem was I was surprised at how far you could reach to get
range,
to a
the
chest.
open range. Yeah.
Now, eventually, there will be something in this chest that will help us that we would need to advance, right? And we have a few things like that. So, in theory, I would do that. Then I would probably come back down, and perhaps at that point we would open that room, right? Or is this the room we would open next? I think so. Okay, so I would open this room and then advance.
I'm just lighting up this space. I'm realizing that in your view, you can't see anything. I'm using a potion. All right, so
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
you would go through this door. Now this room isn't even close to done yet, so I'll explain it a little bit.
Oh,
so,
okay, right.
So what will I do? I'm gonna put
a little light first, yeah. Houdini was here. I threw that in there because it reminds me of a Houdini type thing.
So this room here, Steve, is meant to be and we don't really know how this works from a technical perspective yet. But it's meant to be a water room. So what happens is, I think, so you're going to come in here and you're going to see this door, but you can't actually do anything to that door. Like, you can't reach it. You can't open it because it's an iron door. So you don't know what's going on. You just know that you're in a giant room, and so the only option that you have is to fall down.
Okay. And
then when you fall down, there'll be some sort of maybe a pressure plate. And so ideally at that point, the room would fill with water so that you could, in theory, swim. And at that point, you need to we need to make it so that you can open the door. You know what we should do? Okay, so the one thing we were talking about yesterday before, we ended, was this idea that I wanted this room to for you to have a fear that you were going to drown. So
I have some ideas too.
That you have to like actually work at this to make this go for you. So what if you had a number of chests, let's say?
Yep. That's funny. You're thinking similar, very similar to me.
And
I have a different idea, but...
and then beside the door, like here, you have a chest.
Okay.
And in order to, and then maybe a command block, hidden command block in the vicinity, and you have to grab something from each chest in order to and put them in this chest, because you can do that, right? You can have a trigger based on items in a chest.
I think so. We have to figure that out. I had a similar idea just to throw at you too. What if you had random buttons in this room, and as you press them, some of them do nothing, and one of them hopefully will reveal either a chest or a button.
You could actually have... You could have so you could have, for example, let me go in behind here.
You could even...
You could have a chest like this. No, like this. With a wall behind it, or in front of it. And then a button. Oh, this is cool too. Let's get rid of this. You can put a button. So where was that chest? That chest was here. You can put a button there. And when you press it, it reveals the chest behind the wall. So instead of the chest being out and obvious, they're actually hidden.
Yeah.
Kind of
Another interesting thought would be have random buttons that you press, and one of them, when you press it, what it will do is automatically place a button next to the iron door. So at first there's no button next to the iron door. And until I press the right button, eventually the button will show up there. And then I know, because there's a button there, if I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could open the door now. But it's subtle because it only shows up, but you don't know why it even showed up necessarily, because some of the other buttons didn't do anything. Maybe the stream could chime in a little too, between those ideas, among those ideas, between those ideas. Oh gosh. And then Lynn says do a combination, flooding the room, create a sense of urgency. Yeah, I like that. We're definitely doing. Did you do clear Steve's inventory at each room so he can't use tools? That's a great question too, Ben. It's very easy to do. So in other words, at times so we have a few things that are going to happen based on where you are in the escape room. Sometimes it's going to go from adventure to survival, because there are going to be some points where we need survival to break something. Some points it's going to go back to adventure. Some points maybe it will clear your inventory if it should, things like that. Let's see.
Also might be fun to have to maybe you have to come back to get something out of one of these chests later.
Oh, and Becky said something interesting too. I'd add an optical illusion where a clue is made clear by the structure of the blocks below when told to stand on a certain block as a vantage point. That would be interesting. And then we have Brad Scheffler here. So good morning, sir.
Where clue is made clear by the structure of the blocks below. So we've talked about something like that with, like, you're talking like Zelda-esque type things, right?
Yeah.
Where you're given like a series of hints to the pattern in which you need to. We actually wanted to apply that to the very end. So I had this idea where this last room that you go in here had a chest. I turn my
thank you, Renchi. We're kind of enjoying it as well. This is the most productive week we've had in terms of doing anything from start to finish.
I think so. So the idea that you have a chest in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
This is the final room, and you have to fill this chest with various items in order to get out, and telegraphing what those items were through item frames on the wall. So using item frames to tell people what they need to put in the chest,
and even in what order, if that works.
Yeah, in order to get out.
So we need a little help from the stream, and some of you, I mean, Lynn, Ben, I lean on you all a little here. So there are certain things that we've been talking about, like, in other words, that idea of having to put things in order in a chest. I don't know that is a way to activate the redstone, let's say. I do believe that, I forget if it's either in a hopper or in a chest, that we can make it that it's full except for one spot. And when you put in the right thing in that one spot, then it activates. So that's another possibility, is that we have these item frames that are giving us some kind of clue, but really it's only one item that you want to put in the chest, let's say, if that's the case. Oh, thank you, Renchi. And we keep revisiting the roller coaster because that's, that might not be ever finished officially, but it might. So any thoughts there, folks, about how we do that? Because these are the kinds of things that, make my brain hurt. Can you spin the item so one is crooked? That you could do. Oh. You hear that? I've seen that idea before. That's a great idea. So they're all.
Will that activate something in a command block?
That's the other thing. I think there are ways to use something to do with the item frame to activate something. But Ben's idea, which I like, is like you have, let's say, you have a whole room of these item frames, and one thing is off by like whatever it is, 30, 45 degrees, and everything else is, and they don't all have to be necessarily straight and then one off if that's too obvious, but the idea is like which one of these is not like the others, and that would be the item we need. Now that brings up the next question, and it could even be that you don't have these items yet and you have to decide to take it from the item frame to place it. But that brings me back to the question. Oh, and you've seen item frames to be combination locks. That is so awesome. We might have to
We're gonna
be
have to. We're gonna
visiting
have
the
to do
YouTube.
some. We're gonna have to do some
Yeah.
internet research.
Yeah, or create a
Uh,
pattern, and one item makes the pattern not right. Oh, man,
oh,
these
that's
are all
awesome.
good.
That's actually perfect. That might be. You know
Yeah.
what?
In
Oh,
other words,
you know
like
what? Okay, 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 okay.
everything is rotated by like 45 degrees, and then one is further, and then it goes back to 45 degrees. So it's like they're all
Okay.
looking different, but one is more different or
Hold up.
something like
I got it too. Okay.
that.
So that idea is wicked. And so we have this series of item frames down here, and it is it's a combination. So you could put items in these
Wow.
frames and it creates a
Oh my gosh.
combination. And what we do is in every room prior,
Oof.
you put the item frame in the room somewhere with the proper item in the proper form.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so you have to remember, like, so
Oh
in every
gosh.
room, there's one of the item frames. So that how many item rooms do we have? One, two,
Oh my gosh. That's another thing.
three,
Oh wow.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So
8 rooms. So 8 item frames.
right,
One, sorry.
and are you saying that each item frame you would actually take the item and then place it in one of these item
No, no, no,
frames?
no. I'm saying that the item in the other rooms is
Hmm.
the ideal. Is the proper is the answer.
Right.
So you're building the answer from each room
Hmm.
by looking at the item on the wall. And to be honest, if you break it, then you maybe we have to like do some signage or something at the
Oh my
front
gosh.
to hint at it. But the idea would be that there's an item frame in the room somewhere.
It almost becomes like
Um,
a trophy case type idea,
I
like
mean,
Zork.
maybe, or I mean, you could just do it. Frankly, you could just do it like here in the bottom corner of the room.
Yeah, no, I'm saying at the end, it's like you have collected all the important items that you've needed throughout the game to now solve the final puzzle. Place them in order as found in which orientation. Oof. See
No,
now.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is that there'll be items on these in the in the wrong direction. You know how you can change
Oh,
the way that they're facing, right? Because that's
oh,
what they're
okay.
saying.
I
So
see
there'll
what you're
be an
saying.
item on all of these frames
That I like.
in the wrong
Right,
in the
right,
wrong
right.
direction. But in each room, there will be an item frame with an item in the right direction.
Okay.
And so you
So
have to remember each room
okay.
and which way the thing was facing,
So you
and
don't
then
have to.
come back here and
Right.
change the direction. And once you
Oh
do
my
that,
gosh.
it opens the chest. You
Yes.
get
Wow.
something that allows you out of the
That is
escape room.
awesome. Um, wow. So in other words, they'll already be in the item frames in like all in the same upright direction. And then you have to change the direction of each one. And then
To the
that,
right one, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oof. Talk about increasing complexity. That's the part that people will be like, what? But then they can at least go back and say, wait a minute, I remember something about these item frames.
You're gonna have to come back and watch these streams on YouTube. Hashtag marketing.
Yeah, and maybe the item frame maybe should be, instead of saying the lower left corner or something, make it very prominent, like that. There's like this is the golden pickaxe room. This is the such and such room, and then you go back at the end. And you're like, these all look familiar.
Yes.
Okay, gosh. Now we need to figure out. I'm gonna go to that YouTube for a second and see if I can figure out something about the unless anybody knows in the stream how to, gosh, combination Minecraft item frames. All right, all right, all right. This is getting exciting. Okay, item frame combo lock Minecraft tutorial.
Funny.
Oh, Minecraft item. So this one looks. Oh gosh, they're all so long. Let's just see what we get. Oh, and Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo Jumbo's got it all. compact item frame combination lock. Let's see what he has to say. I'm a fan of. Oh, here we go. So he has. Do you want to just keep doing what you're doing and I'll watch this video, or do you want to?
I am continuing to do what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Let me just see what I can figure out here.
Oh, I gotta like cover all of this bottom. I'm not gonna cover the bottom of the maze area until you're done because
Say what? Say what?
I'm not gonna cover the bottom of the maze area until you're done because you may have to like get into there somehow. So the parkour room is like pretty done.
All right, you know what? I'll come back to this, and we'll figure this out later. But I believe this might be the answer, and the answer often is mumbo jumbo. So that's good. All right, so we'll figure that out. And you know,
that's cool. Like that's, and
yeah.
one of the things that we had talked about, you know, early on was increasing the complexity of the solutions as you go. And I keep coming back to the idea of Zelda and like the whole you know, that like these classic like old school dungeon games
Yeah.
had like these like, and even Skyrim copies and Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls games copied a lot of these ideas that you have to like find glyphs on a wall and identify, you know, the pattern or something, and then the answer is almost always right in front of you. And you just have to kind of, you know, be aware that the answer is right in front of you. And when you do that, you realize, you know, it's like a light bulb goes off in your head. You're like, oh, there it is. Tell me about how you see it in VR, what platform, server. So
great question.
You know, so Steve is using what device are you using? Your Quest?
No, right now I'm using the Oculus Rift S. I could use the Quest now that there's Oculus Link as well. Or I could use, quite honestly, any mixed reality headset. So what's super cool is that Minecraft Windows 10 essentially has, you know, the VR component built in. In other words, you don't actually have to install a different version of Minecraft. But when you have Minecraft installed, I don't know how it picks up this whatever other little add-ons it needs for VR, but basically it's as simple as I go into my Oculus Quest software, I go to my library, Minecraft is there, it loads it up, and I'm in Minecraft VR. Now with the Quest, Lynn, did you get a cable to do the Oculus Link yet? If you didn't, you should go right to Amazon and get one. It's not the same cable that you charge with, but somebody was saying yesterday, and I've got to test it a little better later today. I was under the impression that you would be able to just plug it in and go. Somebody said that for the Quest, it might want you to connect the USB, like Xbox controller, to use as the controls instead of the hand controls. But I'm not 100% on that yet. I'll play around with that a little bit. But that, yeah, definitely get one. So it's called, Quest Link is what the sort of thing is. It's right now in early, like in beta essentially on the Quest, but it allows you to connect your Quest to your PC with this cable. It almost then functions like an Oculus Rift S because it allows you to play like your Steam VR games and all the stuff that, you know, you need to be connected to the computer for. So yeah, Quest Link. So it gives you that versatility of like, it almost, some people are kind of at this point, like, why would anybody buy the Rift S if you can now hook your Quest, which is so versatile because of the tetherless part. So it's it really upped the game. Like the Quest is the best device in my opinion. The Rift is still a little more powerful. So there's maybe some value still to having the Rift S, and I like it a lot, but there's nothing better than throwing on your Quest and like playing Beat Saber or something anywhere that you want. So Quest is my favorite, you know, VR device currently. Oh, so you have the cable to make Unity games. I wonder, in other words, you're saying you can, with the cable, pull games out of Unity. You know, Lynn, we desperately need you to join us on our stream one day to do something super cool, like show us a little either Unity in VR or something cool in Minecraft. So I know this is a weird time for you because it's like really the middle of the night for you. But if you're up for it, we would love to have you some morning, at this time. Let's talk about that later. I mean, that's a no-brainer on our end. What else? Other people were saying something. Enter here and be careful not to get turned around. Could be on a sign somewhere as a clue. Cool. So much good stuff here. And tomorrow morning, folks, as a part of what this whole week has been about, is that there is a Students in VR conference this week. It has some professional development for educators and some student presentations. Tomorrow, they're kind of going to be promoting having their people join us to watch our stream, but also at 12:30 Eastern tomorrow, one of my students and I, Felix, who actually created an escape room in our other server, are going to be presenting in VR on that through AltSpace VR, that you could join in virtual reality or just on the computer, because AltSpace VR allows that too, which is kind of neat. So anyway, there you have it. So I'm going to take my headset off for a moment so I can be a little more productive working. The other idea about the headset and stuff and the way we've been working is that when I put the headset on, I can clearly test stuff and give Mike some feedback. When he gets his headset, we're going to go through, and there are going to be definite changes. We're going to make little things to make it more. The whole idea of this was to make it intended for to be experienced in VR. So there's some little places where we have to still do some tweaks and stuff. But and I thank
Mike is getting his headset next
Mike
week.
is next week. Okay, well that gives us an excuse to
or this week. We don't know yet.
Or this week, we don't know yet. We're hoping the Best Buy gods are looking down on us. So Lynn, yeah, think of a day and think of an activity or some kind of thing you'd like to do with us, because we would love to have you. We still need Renchi to come on with us one day too. We've talked about that, and I think something with maybe Make Code or something. So let's keep that in mind as well. I love, kind of hanging with all of you in the stream, either through the chat or when you're on with us as guests as well. So anyway, and Fridays, a new little feature in the afternoons, is when we're doing our tabletop gaming as part of the stream at 3 p.m. Eastern. And we're looking for more people like Brad and company who would like to be on with us to play a game live on Friday afternoons as our feature on Friday afternoons. I will try the VR tomorrow, and we can set up a day in the near future. Thank you, Lynn. We appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. What time is it right now for you? Right now it's 9:38 a.m. What time is it for you? It's 1,000,000 o'clock.
1,000,000 o'clock. You know what's funny? This room actually looks kind of cool with all of the bedrock and close.
Yeah, it does actually, which is funny because bedrock is not what you usually think of when you think of aesthetics.
But I actually hate the look of glowstone too.
Oh, funny.
That's why I always put item frames over it.
So we found the happy medium.
Just
looks good. And so Becky, if you ever want to join us for one of those Fridays, we would love to have you play with us. In fact, this Friday, we're still scheduling. So if you're up for it, please, you'd be on with us. We'd be playing. We haven't decided on a game yet for this Friday, but we will. Last week we played Splendor. That was quite fun. All right, let's see.
Who is Steam Cultivator?
That's Becky. She's a wonderful.
You work with her. That's
No. That's Mrs. Sharp, Rachel Sharp. No, okay. Becky's just been a great supporter of everything we've been doing, which I appreciate so very much. So let's see what so I have to go back. I'm going to go back to working on the part where I know I have to do some of the fixing backup automation type stuff. So whatever I was doing with that redstone before to make all those things work. This is probably where it was, yeah. So now is the question. So I'm going to share.
We should show some people the TNT room because it's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
I'm also gonna share this screen, Mike, so when I do some of the coding, we can kind of show what that looks like. You know, just the simple redstone, simple command block stuff. Oh, why does it say I left the realm? Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's the one I don't want to be in right now anyway. So
okay.
I
So
have to get really.
let me show people this room. So
Yes.
when you get here, you're gonna come into this room here, and this room actually took a lot of testing. Um, and it's now we've got it. So what you come into a room with just a block of TNT. You're gonna have a flint. Ideally, if you're smart, you'll have had a flint and steel in your inventory because we're gonna put it in a chest somewhere earlier in the experience. So hopefully you'll have grabbed that, or you'll have to go back and get it. But so the idea is if you blow this one block of TNT up, what it does is it blows up the floor.
Oh, it did it again though.
Let
The
me hold on a second.
yeah.
Let me see. Oh, that's not right. Let me put the chest there and the block of even two, I think would be fine. It'll still blow them up. This has taken so much. This has been like the most iterative
Iterative, my
um
favorite word. Oh,
item item that we've had to build here. So what we've got is a room that we only wanted one exact spot to blow up. And when that one exact spot blows up, it reveals a chest. So I think.
isn't it supposed to be over the? Good morning, Ms. Lee.
All right. So let's see how that works.
Is that really where you wanted it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm just looking at it at a weird angle.
Oh, see, it didn't blow up the concrete that time. Interesting. This is so fascinating. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. But as
I'm gonna
long
put
as
a I'm gonna put a piece there.
the thing we really want is just to make sure. I mean, in a perfect world, we just don't want the chest to blow up.
Yeah, but that part it didn't even reveal the chest because I
Yeah,
put
it did.
two.
I saw the
No,
chest.
no, it didn't. I broke it. Yeah, let's
See, that's
try
why
this.
I think it's supposed to be over here. Oh, maybe not. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it at a weird angle.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
yeah,
That's better.
and that chest
And that
will
chest
have
opens.
and that will have a lever in it. Now, the other thing I like that Mike did in this room is that we decided, okay, so we're going to have 4 doors, one that you came in, but 3 other doors, and you're going to have to figure out. And you know, Mike, like while these right now, some of them have like just don't go anywhere. We could do some fun stuff like have little traps that mess people up if they pick the wrong door, and then they have to go back and try it again or something. So TNT explosion is variable random. It's not really. It like TNT has a certain
It's just
explosion area.
calculated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know we I had to build the room big enough that the explosion didn't affect the walls. So we had to I had to keep building the walls out until I got to a point where it wasn't blowing up any of the walls. And we only wanted and the roof, so it doesn't explode anything else. And the reason why there are these and it's funny, you don't really need you only need one. You only need it it looks kind of ugly like that. Maybe like this. Or even haha.
That's good. I like that.
That looks kind of good.
Oh, instead of obsidian.
Like that. So
Okay.
you need, because you're in survival mode, or even adventure mode, but you're in a mode in which you might die if you just lit this and stood there, you would die. So you need to light it, you need to hide behind the brick. Boom. And then you look down and the chest is openable. It's hidden, but it's underneath there, and then you can access it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. This was fun to build.
Yep.
And you can see that the bedrock pillars don't get destroyed because bedrock is
Mm-hmm.
strong. So you have a place to hide.
Now, I wonder. I'm just like when you get in there, do you automatically see? Because I wonder if it would be any better to, obscure it a little more. so you don't know, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I guess you would still kind of see it, that it was there.
It's cool.
Or you could even have a
The only thing I'm avoiding, in my mind was I do love the idea of like coming into a room and just like when
yeah,
you
yeah,
come
yeah,
into and just seeing one thing and you're wondering, like
right.
when you
Yep,
come
yep.
into this room and it's almost like who's the guy who does the movies that are like super symmetrical? Tannenbaum's Grand Budapest, someone from the
Wow.
chat, help me
Uh,
out. He's like my favorite, and I'm just losing the name. Is it Kubrick?
Stanley Kubrick, maybe.
Is that who does Tannenbaum's
I don't know.
Royal Budapest or Grand Budapest? Wes Anderson. So, when you come into this room and you look and it's symmetrical and you see this one thing. It's very, very much like that. And I even thought of that, when you come into like I like that style. I love those movies. So where this is like the extreme version where, when you can do the, even the opposite, where what you see is
Mm-hmm. Just the like, why is that there?
just the TNT
Sure, sure, absolutely. And
with
then, and then
maybe like,
you could still get away because we've realized like if I come
oh,
hide in
can
a
you?
corner,
Here, hold
I
on.
think
Let's
so.
experiment.
Yeah,
Hold
I'm
on.
pretty sure.
Let's put some
Oh,
light
wait,
on.
let's put ourselves in survival mode though.
Oh yeah, no, well yeah, you can go in survival mode.
Okay, so I'm in a corner right now. Let's see if I die, everybody. Want to place bets? Yeah, I'm
Oh, I
fine.
think you're safe.
So even if I was, I think
Oh,
even if
that's way more fun.
okay, good. There we go. It's like,
But
why
now
is
you have to think, oh crap, I gotta run away.
somewhere? Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's pretty
How do it
funny.
now? Now, Mike, let me blow up right where it is, like closer, and just make sure that
That you die.
that I dying sometimes. Yeah, like if I stay here. Yeah, I kind of
Oof,
died.
dead.
Oh, all right. Lesson learned, folks. Be careful with TNT. I think we knew that,
that
but
that was worth the price of admission. Just that
yep,
right there.
yep, yep, yep. Now I'm
Very,
stuck.
very good. Perfect. Oh, you know what you could do? You could like telegraph the safe zone by putting like a border on the floor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But and make it decorative so you don't necessarily, like a pattern or something that just like, But I mean, I also kind of like this. Like, in other words, every once in a while, I mean, let's be smart if you're playing the game. Let's not stand right in the line of a TNT explosion. Oh, although Ben says use terracotta. I mean, that would be an idea too, just for decorative sake, or have the whole. Yeah, whatever. Okay. It would be kind of funny too, is to have it be,
Right.
not that we need to do this, but have it be TNT on the floor, but also outside of the zone, so the TNT won't explode. So the person can either be smart and think to blow up the one TNT in the middle, or if they choose to blow up the TNT that's on the outside, then they're definitely done for.
Is there a okay, now you got me thinking. I'm not normally a fan of the terracotta, but some of this stuff is kind of okay. Let's
That's kind of nice.
the guy, a YouTuber, Luke the Notable, that has done a really good series on Minecraft Hardcore, and he turned all of the floors of his house into terracotta floors, and it's pretty. He found it. He went to the Badlands, which is kind of a rare biome, and it's all terracotta, so you can just go mine it instead of finding it in like the desert temples and stuff. So, are you back? Here, I'm going to teleport you to me.
Oh, yeah.
TP MF. Oh, no. What character are you
Oh,
in?
Mine fair.
Oh, mine fair. Okay. And then I'm going to set your game mode to survival.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to, or are you going to? I can.
Yeah, go ahead. And
okay. So now I'm on the terracotta.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, perfect. Stand right there.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens.
That was half a heart. Half a heart.
Oh!
So if I'm on the terracotta, half a heart, and I'm guessing if I was beyond the terracotta, I'd be safer. So that's cool.
That's perfect. In fact.
Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, half a heart, and then I go, oh, but I found it. All right, cool.
Maybe we put some food in there.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so the to-dos, Mike.
Oh boy.
So there's a couple of things on our punch list. One is we have to still work on the automating things going back to normal when it's done, and that's going to take some thought and work just in terms of some cloning, some filling and stuff like that. That red room, that one's not a hard one. I just have to refill all of the red concrete after you leave the room, so it resets it. This room would involve at least making sure we clone the chest that has the stuff in it, the TNT, and refill this area, or just reclone the whole room, stuff like that. And what else? Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then we also have to, Mike, and this is the part that's plaguing me a little because I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. But we have that little train track area, which might or might
the
not.
Hardest part. We're avoiding that because it's the hardest.
So we have, I don't know if you're seeing, let's see if we show that. Yeah. So this part we're trying to figure out, and I think if we get it right, like in other words, see where Mike, where I added these other tracks, we're gonna have to put more powered stuff in. But I'm hoping that the thing with the switching, and let me try this right now. If the switching, I just want to try it down here, not necessarily in the, we'll put it up top with I'm just using this as a test, but if the lever were here, would this, darn, no, let's see. Oh, wait, why did that happen? Oh, it does work. See that, Mike?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So in other words, and granted, we'll want it to be probably happening from up here if we have to control it from the top, but the goal would be to just make it, like right now it looks like this, which obviously you can't get the track to go. But if I were to click this one and then this one, will that do it? Not quite. So we need something before was making this also. Wait. Oh, did we lose some of the redstoning? This was working earlier, I think, but I might have. I feel like that should work.
Maybe it's broken over here.
Let's see. Let's try it down here with a lever like I did for the other one, just to see how it all works. See, that's not. I was thinking that should switch this one, but maybe it doesn't work that way because this one is switching, right?
Right.
Doesn't it look like this should do the same thing?
Yeah, but I don't know enough to know.
Right. All right. Well, those are things we got to figure out. So we'll play around here more. At the very least, we have to make sure we get it to a point that it all connects.
So listen, we're 2 followers from 100 on the Inside Participate channel, and I imagine that there's
Oh, here's the problem. Sorry.
Following us. So please, if you're not following us on Inside Participate, click that heart button at the top of the screen to follow us. You'll get a notification when we go online, which is a good thing because we are doing a lot of really cool stuff. Tomorrow is the Gone Home game study at 3:00. It might be the last one. The last one where we're actually playing. I think we'll do a game study, game and review, and Steve, we got to actually think about what we're going to play next.
Yes, we
Because
do.
the Thursday is the game study, and then again Friday afternoon is going to be the board game day. And I think so. There's no stream this afternoon. We've decided we're taking Wednesday afternoons off, because everything is crazy. And what else should I plug? Oh, next Tuesday is we think going to be the debut of a new coding show on the channel, kind of coding in education, and you should watch that. It'll be Tuesdays at 1:00 Eastern time with our friend Brad Schreffler and guests as needed or desired. And it's going to have some kind of a project-based kind of slant to it, and definitely a very much a learning as you go idea. And we're going to get some graphics and promo set up for that later this week. But stay tuned for that Tuesdays at 1:00. Again, if you're not following us, follow the channel. We want to get 100 today. That would be super sweet. And we will see everybody tomorrow.
We will.
And we're going to continue this because we're on a roll.
Yeah, and tomorrow we should have some special guests watching, is my hope, from the conference. So we'll see how that goes. Yep.
All right, everybody. See you soon. Bye now. Have a great day.